You might have heard about these two terms called as climate mitigation and climate adaptation. In this video, we are going to understand right from what is it, the basic concept about climate change, why climate mitigation and climate adaptation are required, and which one we have to choose or which one is better, how to select it, or how to gauge the difference between the two. So let's start. First is why this is important. If you see, climate change refers to the long-term shift in temperature and weather pattern. Climate change is a topic of discussion everywhere, and such shifts are generally natural. So climate changes over a long period of time due to, let's say, sun's activity or large volcanic eruptions. So this can be a natural reasons. But after 1800s, human activity have been the main driver of climate change, primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, gas, we know it. And this sudden exponential increase in the carbon dioxide, CO2, or along with that, the greenhouse gases. The temperature, the greenhouse gas emissions has increased the blanket effect or greenhouse effect that we call, and that's why the more sun's energy is being trapped, and that's why the temperature is getting raised. So this is the term climate change that we need to understand. Now this is a problem. Before going further, let's understand what is the difference between climate and weather. So what we have seen, so climate is described as what is a weather like over a long period of time. Okay, and compared to weather is a mix of events that happen each day in our atmosphere. So weather keep changing. That's a short duration of time that we are looking into. The time horizon is very short. Let's say in a day the weather changes. In the morning it was, let's say, sunny, and afternoon it was rainy. So this is what we called as a weather that is changing. But over a long period of time, when in a specific area, we look at it as a climate, right? So weather is different in different parts of the world and changes over minute, hour, days, or weeks. So that's how the weather changes. But when we talk about climate, it's often looked at averages of precipitation, that is rain, temperature, humidity, sunshine, wind, and other measures of weather that occur over a long period in a particular place. So changing of weather is not a big problem, I would say, unless and until it's very drastic. But what is a major issue is the weather always changes. But when we talk about climate, so for thousands of years, the climate has been stable, and now it is suddenly changing. And uh, that's not the trend that we would like to see in the future. Just to understand this in a simple language, just imagine, just close your eyes and just imagine what are, if you open your closet, if you open your cupboard, what are the things that you will get, right? So every day, let's say you wear whatever the cloths that you have, the slippers, or maybe the goggle, the cap that you have. So this is like a weather. What do we wear each day? It's changing, it's different every day, right? But the climate is similar to whenever you open the closet, open the cupboard, and the kind of clothes that you have. So that describes a particular personality, right? Uh, a mountaineer would have a different kind of closet compared to a teacher, right? Compared to let's say, a person who required to be presentable, like office desk job or hospitality job. So that kind of clothes is a climate. If you just pick about any one day, that's about weather. I hope this makes the concept clear. And why do we study climate? That's one question that we should ask before jumping further to climate mitigation and adaptation. Now we have understood climate change, and their impact on weather events affect people all around the world. The climate affects all the people, and the climate change is affecting all the people around the world. Rising global temperature are expected to raise sea level further and change precipitation patterns or rain pattern and other local climate conditions. Changing regional climate could alter forest, crop yield, water supplies. If you want to know about this, just talk to any farmer and you will get to know how drastically the weather, the climate has been changing. It's so erratic rain, it's so unpredictable now. And they could also affect the human health, animals, and many types of ecosystem. And some of the example, if you want to see, the desert may expand into existing rangeland, and features of some of our national parks and national forests may be permanently altered. So desertification is one of the challenge that we have, and so it is. So if we talk about the ecosystem where we live, it would be hugely impacted by changing climate, and that's why we have to learn about it. Now, we got to know, okay, climate is changing, so what is the action that we want to take? What is something we can do? So there are two things. First, let's understand climate mitigation. Climate mitigation means preventing or reducing the emissions of greenhouse gases into atmosphere to make the impacts of climate change less severe. So we talked about climate change and its close correlation with the greenhouse gases. In order to mitigate the problem, we have to prevent and reduce the greenhouse gas emitting into the atmosphere. So that's the climate mitigation. Okay. How to do it? We can reduce the emission by increasing the share of renewable energies or establishing a cleaner mobility system or by enhancing the storage of these gases, that is the carbon sequestration, carbon capture, we call it in simple language, just increasing the size of forest or preserving the native forest. So that's something we can do. Clear? So how to do it is capturing this greenhouse gases and reducing this greenhouse gas emission. In short, it's a human intervention that reduces the source of GHG emissions or enhances the sink. Sink is something that captures this carbon before it is getting emitted. So if you capture more, then the net increase in the atmosphere would be less. Now, let's come back to adaptation. Now, mitigation was reducing the GSG. In adaptation means anticipating the adverse effect of climate change and taking appropriate action to prevent or minimize the damage they can cause. Now, mitigation is reducing it at the source, but we are at a stage where mitigating all these impacts, adverse impacts, is not possible. And there would be some adverse effect of climate change that we are seeing. So, what are the appropriate steps that we can take to make our systems resilient? It can be done. How to do it? It can be done by building defense to protect against sea level rise, as well as behavioral shifts, such as individuals reducing their exposure to high temperature. Maybe so. How do we adapt to these changing situations? Our adaptation is also very much important. It's, in short and summary, it is the process of adjusting to the current and future effects of climate change. Currently, the climate is changing. In future also, it will change. So, how do we adapt ourselves to cope up with this situation? So, here is a detailed comparison of these two. So, we will go one point at a time. So, the focus of climate mitigation is long-term reduction of climate change drivers, which is GHG. Climate adaptation is the adjustment to climate change impact. How do we adjust ourselves? Key actions in mitigation are having renewable energy, improving energy efficiency, low carbon technologies, carbon sequestration, carbon capturing. So these are the key activities that are done in climate mitigation. In adaptation, infrastructure resilience, adapt the supply chains, modify product and processes so that they are more resilient. The scope of mitigation is global and sector-wise effort to reduce the emissions, while adaptation is local and operational impacts management. So how do we, let's say there is a coastal region and there is a typhoon or there is a tsunami or such kind of event. So how do we adapt our systems to manage these kind of risks? Time horizon for climate mitigation is long term, for example, net zero by 2050 or 2070. Climate adaptation is, as it is more of an action oriented and we have to do it. It's short and medium term, maybe 2 to 5 year plan to combat flooding. Then strategic integration for mitigation is, you can find it in sustainability or corporate responsibility strategies or such kind of discussion happening at policy level for the government. The climate adaptation, it's all about risk management and operational planning. Financial consideration for mitigation are investment in clean technology, renewable energy, and carbon credits, while climate adaptation focus is on adaptation measures, infrastructure upgrades, and modification. The challenges for mitigation are high upfront cost and technological limitations, while for adaptation, it's uncertainty, it's limited resource, and multiple stakeholders are involved into this, and that requires a proper coordination. Without proper coordination, we can't do the climate adaptation. It's not possible. So if you have question, which one is better or which one to pick, of course, any sane person would say that climate mitigation should be the first priority because we have to reduce these greenhouse gases emitting into the atmosphere. That's the first step. That's the root cause. So striking there is most important. While we are saying so, only mitigation is not enough because we are at a level that it's already impacting us. It's not something happening in future. It's already happening in present. So how do we make our system resilient so that we can adapt to these changing situations? So adaptation is also important. So these two go hand in hand. And it's like I often tell in systems thinking, like example, the adaptation is like a quick fix, while mitigation is a root cause. And in many situations, it's not practical to only look at root cause. First is quick fix you have to do so that the damage is controlled, and then focus more energy, more effort on the long-term solution or fundamental solution. And climate change is a serious problem, but our planet can continue to thrive if all work together to both avoid the worst impact and adapt to our changing world. Adaptation is also important. So I hope you got clarity between this climate adaptation and climate mitigation. I have given some of the links in the description of the video as well, so you can go ahead and read further, explore these topics, and let me know how you think about this video. Let me know your suggestions, and if you like it, please give a like, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Stay connected. Thank you.